What's going on, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords in the Long Box presents the CovrPrice Top 10 of the week for the week ending July 25th. Wow, July 24th was my birthday,
August
man. So thank everybody for all your kind birthday messages on Facebook, on Instagram. I had a nice chill time. Actually, partying with Ryan and Wolverine and the KRS crew the weekend before was my partying for my birthday.
I'm partied out too, so we're good.
So yeah,
I missed out.
Man. Hung out with family, and today I am drinking a nice cold rum and coke from my man Otto. Sent me this and a gambling chip and a nice little note. Happy B-Day, you old fuck. I think he spelled you wrong, but just shout out to Otto. It just says you. Hey, man, it seems like it's been like a week since we talked to you guys, man. But why
going slow for some reason?
Yeah, man. Why you guys congregating? Let's get this party started and then wake you up on a hot Tuesday afternoon, man. So why you guys congregating? Just listen to some music as we do. You know what I'm saying?
If that doesn't put a smile on your face, man, you have no soul.
How you maximize your time. While I'm playing the intro, I shouted out everybody in the live chat. I highlighted everybody in the live chat. See,
you're getting good at this,
spend
man.
a good 15 minutes of doing that. So shout out to everybody in the live
50
chat.
years and you're finally getting good.
That's right. Shout out to my man Joe West Coast, my homie from Cali. What's cracking? Wolf Blitz, everybody in the house. This is the CovrPrice Top 10, where we look at sales data over the last week ending July 25th. Sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com. Use discount code of nothing, actually. You can sign up for a 2-week free trial, or you can sign up for $6.99 a month to get your price guides, collections, and trends. But they're doing a giveaway right now, so make sure you follow them on Instagram. They're giving away some really cool accoutrements, I like to say. The show is also proudly sponsored by our buddies over at KRScomics.com. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the KRS Comics exclusive stores, as well as the KRS Pull Box. So if you're buying books on a weekly basis, like most of us are, you can get 15% off your pools there too. In case you missed it, they've been dropping fire recently, man. From the sneakerhead variant that sold out to this dope Batman 8089 that has, I think, some A covers left. And I would argue the A cover in this is actually pretty cool because I'm digging that Batman 89 font. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times,
hell yeah, man.
Sometimes the cover A's, you know, the Virgin, like it's gorgeous and everything, but sometimes, you know, the font is actually pretty cool too. So nothing is dropping tomorrow, but I lied. Of course, something's dropping tomorrow, man.
Shadow variant
for Star Wars: The High Republic. I believe this is issue number 7. Yeah, number 7. This is the Mike Mayhew Shadow variant. And I have a feeling you may see some Star Wars books on today's list because I'm just glad I pull all of the Star Wars High Republic as well as the Adventures one because I'm just saying sometimes new characters pop up and anytime they do, they show up on this list. So make sure this is going to drop tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Set your calendars, whatever you got to do. If you're at work, set your Outlook calendars or Office 365, whatever the fuck people are using nowadays. But this is the CovrPrice Top 10 Plus One, the only and best top 11 on all the internets, the left and the right and the middle internet, all the internets, all combined, AOL, Netscape, all that shit, man. So, all right. So, as always, there's one that doesn't quite break the top 10. We'd like to call that the runner-up or number 11. What do we got?
Ooh, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 6. The Colossus 1 in 10 ratio variant. This thing is awesome. So, of course, with all the heat of Star Wars picking up and no Marvel Disney Plus series right now to steal all that attention, this is the issue with a couple first appearances. You got Tal Boda, you got Leox Jossi, and Afi Hollow. So it's unknown whether these characters will be moving forward in the Star Wars comic and or the Disney Plus universe or films. But the market is surely interested in these characters. It did sell a lot for a 1 in 10 ratio variant. Sold 30 copies last week, 103% upsell, and a high sale for $66 for a raw copy. Not bad for a Star Wars Adventures book.
Not even the main, like how the High Republic is the main series. This is kind of the side
Isn't this
series.
in the kids section?
No, it's just in the IDW section, really.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because IDW they're licensed out for this one, where Star Wars High Republic is a Marvel book. So, but typically IDW does I wouldn't say they're kiddie books, but they're more kid friendly.
Okay.
That would be a correct way of putting it. But there's a reason why they're making all these. I can totally see some, because they're gonna eventually do something with the High Republic. Maybe animated. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, a live action, but something after the Bad Batch. Bad Batch has been received really well, so why not continue the animated storytelling? Isn't there a Star Wars anime too that's coming to Disney Plus?
The Visions. Yeah,
that looks
so
dope.
awesome.
Is that based on those little shorts they used to do and they used to show famous scenes from the history of Star Wars in anime form?
No, so that? It's the Clone Wars thing.
No. It showed like famous scenes from like.
That was on
but it was
YouTube.
just like little it was on Star Wars YouTube, but it was just like little 3-4 minute videos where they did like the Batman from Rogue One in an anime series is absolutely badass. Yeah. You guys got to peep it. But anyway, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures. Coming in at number 6, coming in at number 11, or the runner up. All right, let's get right to the top 10. If you've been following the news of the week, some of these should not surprise you at all, like this one.
This is definitely not a surprise. This is Earth 2, number 25. This is from 2014. And it was recently announced that Michael B. Jordan and his production company, Outlier Society, are developing an HBO Max Black Superman project, separate from the one J.J. Abrams is doing. Congratulations on that continuity, WB. This version will focus on Val-Zod Superman, whose first cover appearance is this issue. Many details are unknown, like if it's a film or a TV series, and whether or not the actor will play the central role. However, for now, Val-Zod key books are getting super hot, and this one sold 18 copies. It had a 7-day uptick of 211%, and it had a high sale for almost $90 for a small copy.
Yeah, so I reached out to my man Mikey Sutton to find out more. So this is the story I got. Michael B. Jordan was approached to play Kal-El. Michael B. Jordan said, "You know what? I don't think Kal-El or Superman should be black. I want to do my own thing. So that's why this is Michael B. Jordan's production company that's actually doing it. They're doing what's his name? Val Zod. And the J.J. Abrams one, and the Michael B. Jordan one is going to be like a mini series or limited series for HBO Max. From what I'm hearing, the J.J. Abrams version is going to be on the big screen for whatever iteration that they're going to do with it. But Michael B. Jordan's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do my own thing. So there's a character here. I don't know what his power set is or what his connection. What Justin, you can probably speak on that. What is Val Zod's connection to Superman?
Well, he's from Earth 2, so Earth 2 is
he's a Superman of Earth 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like a lot of different Earth 2.
He's a variant for you Marvel people out there.
Oh, there you go.
Oh God. But does he have the same power set and everything?
Oh yeah, because they had like a Jay Garrick. They had the Jay Garrick. They had the Alan Scott.
Yeah.
There's Batman was Huntress's daughter, or like.
Yeah, I don't think this went.
Selena and Batman's daughter was Batman.
And is Val Zod in any current comics right now? Is there anything ongoing?
No. I think the last time we saw him was Convergence.
Oh my God, let's not bring up the C word. All right, so number 10 on the list, we have Earth 2, number 25, the first cover appearance of Val Zod. All right, what do we got for number 9?
Here's an interesting one from Aftershock. We got the Kaiju score number 1. This is the Mark Nelson 1:15 ratio variant from last year, 2020. So Deadline recently announced that Brian and Mark Gunn are set to adapt the screenplay for Sony Pictures and Escape Artists, the Kaiju score based on the Aftershock comic series by James Patrick and artist Rembro. This has lit the fire under a lot of people's asses, as well as the variant, which sold 23 copies last week, 7-day uptrend of 195% and $110 for a CGC 9.8. Not bad for a low printed book.
This one I totally fell under the radar. I don't even know when it was announced or when it was going to do. But hey, man, way to go, Aftershock! Another small book getting, and what'd you say was Sony's doing it, right?
Yeah, Sony Pictures. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where it ends up, because Sony Pictures can, make movies, but if it's a series, they need to find a partner. To put it on either Amazon Prime or Netflix, along those lines, because they don't have any distribution, so they typically go through another one. That's why we end up getting the Silk show that's going to be on Amazon Prime. So there you go, boys and girls. The Kaiju score. You know what? I don't care. Anything Kaiju, I'm down for, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have this channel called Comet. It's like this weird sci-fi channel, so it's like really like B movies, but they also have Godzilla marathons, and you guys need to watch Godzilla Final Wars again. That is such a crazy, over-the-top. That's the one where Godzilla fights Godzilla in name only. So, so the
Doesn't
Godzilla
HBO Max have all the Godzilla movies? They've got like 20 of them.
Don't you tell me that.
Yeah, they used to have a bunch in the old library. That was the one thing good about HBO Max, is they had a huge library of like classic films. And I don't know but I don't think they have Godzilla Final Wars, because that was
maybe not that one, but they got a ton of them. They got a ton.
I beseech you guys all to go look for Godzilla Final Wars. It is Final Wars. It is batshit crazy. It's basically Godzilla wrecking shop on all the kaiju in the Godzilla history, including the 1990 version with Matthew Broderick. I don't want to spoil it for you, but what he does to that damn Godzilla, that ain't right what he did to him, but it was pretty funny. So number 9 on the list, the Kaiju score, number 1, the Mark Nelson 1:15 variant. What do we got for number 8?
Well, surprise, surprise. It's The Nice House on the Lake, number 1. And this title adds another successful title to James Tynion's ever-growing success list. This book had a surge in both sales and a price jump this week. With 38 copies sold, it had a 7-day uptick of 132%, and it had a high sale, CGC 9.8, for $175.
This book has been on here for what, 3-4 weeks?
Forever.
It's launched. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So, I mean, slowly these things kind of like, eventually to be like number 10 and then number 11, but that's pretty good for this book to go that far, man. Even though it says Nice House on the Lake, it sure doesn't look like a nice house with all the skeletons in the lake. But there you go. The Nice House on the Lake. Tynion continues to churn them out, and we continue to buy them. So, number 8 on the list, The Nice House on the Lake, number 1 from 2021 from a little DC label. All right, what do we got for number 7? If you're playing at home, this is the first Kang book on the list.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Avengers 267 from Marvel Comics in 1986. So Loki may be over, but his momentum is continuing for the collectors and fans out there, heavily buying into the Council of Kangs, whose first appearance is in this issue. It sold 50 copies last week, 7-day uptrend of 121%, and a high sale for $420 for a CGC 9.6. That is crazy. Are we going to see it? We're going to see it in Loki season 2. We're going to see it in Ant-Man. When do you think we're going to see the Council of Kangs?
I don't think we're going to see the Council of Kangs. I mean, I think we're going to see different versions of Kang because, I mean, he literally says, if you kill me, there's going to be a lot more Kangs, but Council of Kangs reminds me like the Council of Reeds, right? Where they had a bunch of Reed Riches throughout the multiverses.
Reminds me of the Council of Ricks.
Whereas Kangs want to all kill each other off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they can work together. They all want to rule time. So we'll see. It's a cool spec, and you know, and it'll still have oxygen until season 2 is announced. And they said season 2 is coming. So all we know so far at the end of season 1 is killing Kang has kind of really set the timeline ablaze, right? And to the point where there's this statue of Kang in the TVA. So, you know, He Who Remains, that spec is dead, literally, since, you know, He Who Remains. But, you know, the Loki series proved what they do a lot of. Marvel doesn't take literal adaptations from the comic. Like, Sylvie is obviously a mix of Sylvie the Enchantress and of Lady Loki, right? The same thing they did with that version of He Who Remains and Kang. But, you know, we all know he's going to be Kang because he's already been cast as such in Ant-Man and Quantumania. So I'd be curious when they can actually get around to doing it. I don't know how busy the actors are, but I don't know when. Matter of fact, speaking of the devil, Peyton Reed just announced they started production on Ant-Man 3 and Quantumania, and we know that Jonathan Majors is going to be reprising his role as Kang in that. So if you haven't yet, go watch the Disney Plus making of Loki. That's probably the best one so far out of all 3 of them. You know, the making of WandaVision, the making of Falcon Winter Soldier. The making of Loki is really well done, and they talk about everything, and it goes for a good hour, and it's narrated by Tom Hiddleston, and it's really good. I mean, it talks about everything on the show. It's fantastic. Go peep it out, man. Just me giving you stuff to watch again. It seems to be the common theme of the show. Have you guys seen The Big Wave yet? Oh my god!
Second episode came out.
The 100-foot wave is absolutely bonkers, man. It makes me not want to surf.
We'll check it out.
Dude, makes me very afraid of the ocean.
Just don't get pulled out to the middle of the ocean on a jet ski.
Yeah, you know what? I'll surf a 3-foot wave, but if you need to tow me or drop me off in a helicopter to ride a wave, no, man, I ain't doing that. All right, so number 7 on the list is Avengers number 267 from 1986. What do we got for number 6?
Well, another Kang, Avengers number 2. This is from 2016, and this Alex Ross Kang, or Kangs, plural, cover continued its hot trend from last week and sold 72 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 91%, and it had a high raw sale of $81 for a near mint copy. However, due to flooding, most copies are now selling for about $20.
Ouch. Yep. Ouch. I like that by Lon Espinosa. A Congress of Kangs.
Yeah.
Because just like Congress, they get nothing done. Anyway, but damn. So it went from $81 to $20. So just be careful out there, boys and girls. You know, we give you the sales data, but sometimes we will tell you, you know, if it's bunk spec or not. Speaking of which, I am going to do it, and we may all be on the show together. We're going to do a similar show to Mythbusters, and it's going to be called Spec Busters. And instead of both Wolf Blitzer in the Situation Room, it's going to be the Lords in the Speculation Room. And we're just going to look at, you know, spec that is bunk, and we're going to bust it. So look out for the Spec Busters. Although I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, because when I do that, people have a tendency to steal our ideas.
I guarantee 3 channels right now that are scooping that up. I know I can name, you know.
Yeah, I kind of like Spec Busters, or kind of like Mythbusters, but there you go. So number 6 on the list is Avengers number 2 from 2016. Remember that. You got all the Congress of Kangs right there on the cover. I like that one, Lon. We're going to roll with that one. All right, we're halfway there, boys and girls. What do we got for number 5?
Well, here's a book that has absolutely no spec on it. Out of nowhere, Marvel Team Up Annual number 1 from Marvel Comics 1976. So, you know, again, no connection to anything right now, but simply is an awesome book, and many comic influencers are calling it an undervalued due to it being the first new X-Men team from the giant-sized X-Men outside of any X-Men book, and the first time Spidey meets them in his new team. So First meeting is, unfortunately, the new team. The first meeting of the X-Men is Avengers 11 from 1964. But the Marvel Team Up Annual #1 last week sold 24 copies, had a 7-day uptrend of 385%, and a high sale of $179 in a CGC 9.0.
I have this.
I think
a lot of people should have this. It's a great
book. I'm not sure.
It's a square bound book too. It's a hard nut to crack and a high grade as well. But this is like I think this is FOMO. This is like, I can't afford the first time Spider-Man met the X-Men, but let me meet him when he meets the new X-Men, as opposed to, what was the other one? Was it, did you say X-Men 11?
Avengers.
Well, I don't think Avengers 11 is right. That's Avengers meets Spider-Man, I think. It's a green cover with him on the cover with all the Avengers.
But it might be when the first time the Avengers
unless
meet
X-Men's
the X-Men.
in it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the first time the Avengers meet the X-Men and then Spider-Man just happens to be there. So, but people can correct us in the live chat. Tell us when's the first time the X-Men met the Avengers and if Spider-Man was in that issue or not. And then we'll go from there, man. But I dig this cover, too. I've actually posted this for Throwdown Thursday because it's a pretty dope cover.
It's definitely a throwdown for sure.
We were just talking about this on the Shakers last week, how new comic covers don't really depict much, it's
a pose.
And like this is awesome. This is a great Clayton Crane cover, but it's just a pose. It's not like action like this, or if you remember X-Men 94 or giant, where you got multiple characters and there's actually text on this verbiage on there. Yeah. Sometimes there's word bubbles. I missed that in the I think the Copper Age was probably the last age to really do that. But there you go. So number 5 on the list, Marvel Team Up Annual #1 from 1976. All right, good. 70s book on the top 10 list. That's a cool one. All right, what do we got for number 4?
Well, this is Kaiju score #1, and this is the original cover. And as noted earlier, the Kaiju score is in development with Sony Pictures, and it pushed this first issue to new heights. It sold 44 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 233%, and it had a high sale of $200 for a CGC 9.8.
This is the regular cover?
It's the regular cover. Yeah. Wow. I got 2 of those.
Wow. There you go. So I wonder if it's going to be animated or not, because obviously if they do Kaiju, live action, that's a lot of money, right? If you think about the Godzilla films and how much it costs to make those. But, anything animated nowadays, you could do a little bit cheaper depending on the animation style. But it's easier to actually, create now, and during a pandemic, animated movies, people could record their parts at home. You know what I mean? They didn't even have to be in the same studio. So there you go, man. If you're paying home, Aftershock Comics twice on the list with the same.
I'm surprised they're doing this because they have the Netflix series Pacific Rim. Like there was season 1 was like 5 or 6 episodes, and now
the kind of CGI animated one.
Yeah. So it's like you're gonna come out with another Kaiju type of show.
Well, they didn't say where yet, though, right? Not on Netflix.
No, they don't know yet.
I do think you're right on Netflix. It's kind of flooded with anime now, and and Kaiju. You know what I mean? Maybe put it on Amazon Prime. Differentiate itself, maybe because I have a feeling it'll be washed away with everything else on Netflix, because you see something trend for one day and then the next day it's off. You know what I mean? It's like
it's definitely.
Yeah, like it was weird. Like when He-Man first came out, it wasn't on the top 10, and then the next day it ended up on it. That He-Man thing or the Netflix page where it shows the top 10, and then it finally showed on that. But that list can change too. Like if I accidentally log into my girlfriend's profile on Netflix, I see the totally different shit that that's recommended for me. I'm like, I'm not trying to watch Pretty Woman again. Great film, but it shouldn't be on my suggested list of things. All right, so number 4 on the list is Kaiju score #1, the regular cover from 2020 Aftershock Comics. What do we got for number Trace?
Ooh, Earth 2, number 19 from 2014. So again, as Ryan noted earlier, Michael B. Jordan and his production company are developing a Val-Zod Superman project at HBO. This news has helped the Val-Zod's first appearance in this issue, which moved 45 copies, had a 7-day uptrend of 262%, and a high sale of $599.99 for a good old CGC 9.8. Oof, that is
wow.
I can't imagine how many people actually graded this. I'm sure on the census it's very low.
Yeah, somebody would look on the CG Cent to see how many 9/8 of this book are. Probably in the next few months there will be, but I think DC fans have just been waiting for some news to drop that they can go out and spec on some stuff. Because really, I mean, you think about all the stuff like I don't know, like how many Suicide Squad characters have appeared on there besides the John Cena character, right? When that came, and also the Idris Elba character, right? But then that just kind of went away. So maybe after another trailer or something, but we'll see. I mean, I think also the Suicide Squad spec is somewhat suspect because it's in their name, right? It's Suicide Squad. That means that most of them are probably gonna die. And we know John Cena is a prequel, but we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to all the stuff I'm seeing with the Flash, all the stuff I'm seeing from Black Adam and Suicide Squad. Yo, man, I'm looking forward to all that. Now, we don't need everything dark and gritty with Zack Snyder, man. Go make some zombie films and just let the rest of the DC EU come to fruition. Green Lantern Corps, Justice League Dark, I'm there for all of that, man. Let's just see something different from DC and WB. We can't just have all Superman, all Batman, all Wonder Woman all the time. Let's see some cool stuff, man. So. And we got it apparently. So Earth 2, number 19, is number 3 on the list from 2014. How many people have this in their long boxes?
Bet.
All right. Number 2 on the list is a returning champion from last week.
Basilisk number 1. And this is the second print. And it was under ordered. It's a holdover from last week. And it sold 38 copies, a 7-day trend of 191%. It had a high sale of $61 for an Earmont Raw. However, prices are currently at $61 raw. So I don't know if it's going up much more. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's a second print. I mean, Basilisk number 1 is probably outpriced this list already because now it's probably, I don't know what the spec on this is, if it's a show or not. If it's not a show, it's probably going to become a show. That's why it's on here. I mean, something is killing the children along those lines, Department of Truth along those lines. I mean, everybody's waiting. It sounds like a broken record, but I want to say when everybody's waiting for the next Walking Dead to come. But Boom Studios has a first look deal with Netflix. So anything from Boom Studios, they're like, hey, they got a good chance to show up on Netflix. And sure enough, something is killing the children and end up on Netflix, right?
Well, Tim, the reason why, to change the topic, the reason why this book is trending is because in the second print, there's a preview for the House of Slaughter number 1, which is coming out from Boom Studios, which is like their next
the
sequel
spin-off of something is killing the children.
Yeah. But nobody knew that when they ordered this, so nobody was going to order it if you still had tons of copies of Basilisk 1 first printing with all your variants. So
wait,
really,
Basilisk number 1 doesn't have the preview?
It doesn't. So that's why. That's why.
But Basilisk number 1 was on our list, I think, a couple of weeks ago, too, though, wasn't it?
No. Well, the second print has always been on the second
print. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the reason why.
So there you go. The second print is simply because of the House of Slaughter. So we'll see how something is killing. Like I said, the key to a book to continue to grow is while it still has an ongoing like movie series, or even better yet, like a show, like The Walking Dead. I hate to keep on beating a dead horse, but that show had been on for years and years and years with an ongoing comic to fuel it and grow the fans. If people who grew up probably just didn't know it was a comic book and they watched the show and they're like, you know what, let me go buy the comics, or people, and vice versa. People who like the comics watch the show. And for the most part, it was pretty close adaptation as far as comic books to shows, at least the first, couple of seasons. And then, eventually, Robert Kirkman even got tired of writing it. So number 2 on the list is Basilisk number 1 with a little preview of House of Slaughter right inside there in the second print variant. And number 1, May the Force be with you.
Runner up and the number 1, Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 6. So like I said earlier, with several first appearances, books like this, both for Star Wars fans and speculators, hence the high sales and many copies. So sold 61 copies last week, a uptrend of 278%, and a high sale for $25 for a $3.99 book that just came out last week with the cool new Star Wars Jedis.
Star Wars still proves that when they make comics, especially since 2020, and if they make first appearances in it, then it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about since we've been covering it, I don't want to toot our own horn, but Heir to the Empire number 1. That when I looked that up, a 9/8 just sold for like $4,000 to $5,000 or something. It blew my mind, and that's obviously. And I do believe there was casting news that they cast an actor for Ezra Bridger and for Grand Admiral Thrawn. So expect that book to even get crazier. Not alone the Kanan #1 and whatever else the goddamn appearances of all those characters are. It's I'm going with the #1. I'm sticking with it. But so Kanan
wasn't the
#1.
Thrawn casting the guy from Game of Thrones who was with Khaleesi?
No, it's actually the same guy who did the voice for Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, perfect. There you go, man. Because the voice actor for Thrawn was like perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know? And now they can totally put him in blue makeup. Look at all the characters that are either blue or purple that are on movies, right? If you think about Gamora green or Drax green, I mean, they could totally do that. But the actor that got to play Ezra Bridger, it looks like the animation copied him when they did
older.
it.
Just
Yeah,
older
a little bit older,
Mhm.
but it's kind of perfect. And for those, we on this show are unabashed fans of the Rebels animated series. And if you watch the end of the Rebels animated series, Ezra, I don't want to spoil it. Well,
It's
you
like
haven't watched
4
it
years old.
yeah, well, you'd be surprised. I don't think Ryan. Have you caught up? Have you finished Rebels
I've seen
yet?
it all. Yeah, I've seen it all.
Okay, yeah. So at the end of Rebels, Ezra kind of goes off and disappears, and I think there's some force whales or some shit involved, and basically the team says, "Let's go find Ezra," and that literally leads right into. I mean, you talk about Ahsoka Tano on the Mandalorian, and she's looking for Thrawn because Thrawn is the one that got sucked away with Ezra Bridger in the Rebel series, and so they got looking for him. So really, it's like Dave Filoni, you genius bastard, you. Can't wait, man. You know what sucks is
that's what
we gotta wait.
They're called the Purgles.
We gotta wait a year from December for another live action Star Wars show. You know that?
Damn.
And that's the Book of Boba Fett. I believe it's the next live action show that's coming
cool.
out.
It's December, right? I think
A year from this December.
No, Book of Boba Fett's this December.
Is it? It's
this year, and then Mandalorian will be next year.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I still think it's 2020. Literally, I mean, I was like looking at
and then Obi and Cassian Andor show. There's gonna be a lot, man. There's gonna be a lot.
So yeah, because I kind of dig the schedules they have right now, where I got my Wednesday Marvel show, and then I got my Friday Star Wars show. You know, it's kind of dope like that. August 11th, What If drops. Oh man, if you think Spec is crazy now, wait till the What If show comes out, and there's all kinds of different iterations of these characters. And like I told you guys, my sources told me the What If show is canon. So I mean, and that makes me to believe that the ending of season finale of Loki, I called it Kang, sets off What If. If you think about all the branches that come off, boom, that's all multiverse What If stories. Then they just made it animated. But the voice, they got like 30 of the voice actors that did the actual live action films that would do the voices for it. That's pretty incredible, man. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Once again, hit up our friends KRS Comics tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. This Star Wars Republic Mike Mayhew Shadow variant for Star Wars Republic #7 drops at noon, 9 Pacific. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off. You don't want to miss out like this one, if you miss out on that one, or this one, where 50% of the people bought it were brand new customers, meaning sneakerheads are coming into our domain and buying up all our stuff. And for those, I got this one too. I showed one of my variants today for Top Variant Tuesday, was the Natalie Sanders variant.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, I also got the Mike Mayhew variant, that one for Department of Truth. So thank you guys all for joining us. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. My birthday's official.
Before we log off, I do want to set the record straight because, we like to keep it real and honest on Lords of the Long Box. So Avengers 11 does not have X-Men in it. However, if you're interested in first meetings, this might actually be a timely one. It's the reintroduction of Kang. So this might be the first time Spider-Man
meets Kang. Ryan dropping knowledge today.
Real life spec right there. So
it's not X-Men related, but it is Kang related.
Go find that Avengers 11 in your dollar bin.
It's a little more than $1, I think.
Yeah. Any last words, Ryan? Or was that
man,
it?
That's it. I just want to get the record
Ramen,
straight.
Dropping live spec knowledge on you right there.
Damn.
First appearance of Spider-Man and Kang is Avengers #11. Or is it? Maybe you met him in another timeline.
Maybe not.
Another life. I don't know.
Go dig, everybody. Go dig.
Yeah, go dig. Justin, any last words?
Yeah, the Comic-Con podcast is currently taking a vacation week this week since Zach's on vacation, and I am heading to Terrificon this weekend, so you will see me there. So no new episode this Friday from the Comic-Con podcast, but you will see me there in Terrificon in Connecticut. So be sure to stop by and see me. I'll be wearing this fabulous...
Come by, give Justin a high five, hug him or spit on him. Just do whatever.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he'll get a button too.
If you say keep digging in them long boxes, he'll give you some swag. Just run up on him and say keep digging in them long boxes, and then he'll give you some swag. We promise. Do you want to show a small bag of stuff that you got or no?
Yeah, whatever. I got it right here. So I ordered because I'm going to just literally be handing these out. You're going to be getting. If you come see me, I have tons of buttons for the Comic-Con podcast.
And for extra, he'll pin it to your chest for you and break bud.
Yeah.
Corsage and shit.
Get some DNA.
Yeah, especially bring your wives and girlfriends too. He'll pin it on their chest for you. He's gonna come back and like, yeah, I made about 16 different people bleed. They're punctured, but they're doing okay. He's gonna, you know what? He's gonna have Comic-Con podcast Band-Aids too. So if he punctures your skin, they could always take care of that. But we're going off the rails now. So we'll see you guys Thursday for the Shakers List for Dark Side Jedi, Nemesis Prime, Mrs. TiVo. Keep digging in them long boxes and peace out.
Now let's do this! Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is faithful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! We're here! We're back!
Get to the job!
You can't get fresher than this.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too busy looking good.
Can't understand.